Hi guys, welcome to the part 2 of the video of what is cryptocurrency, history of cryptocurrency and how cryptocurrency actually works. Cryptocurrency actually works using a technology called blockchain. So what is blockchain? Note, blockchain is not Bitcoin. Blockchain is not a currency. For example, let's imagine Nuhu has a notebook that every transaction is written down, and once a transaction is written down on the notebook, it is locked and can't be erased or changed. Not only that Nuhu has a notebook, but everyone in this blockchain has a copy of the notebook. No one can cheat or mess with it. So if Nuhu hacks and change the notebook, it will be different with the other, and that notebook will be invalid. Each page in this notebook is a block in blockchain. And when one block is full, a new one is added to the chain. That's why it's called blockchain, which is a chain of blocks. So how does cryptocurrency uses blockchain technology? When a new transaction is being made, the transaction details are sent to a network of computers around the world that are using the blockchains. These computers then check if the transaction is valid by solving a hard puzzle or equation. Once they solve the puzzles and confirm that the transaction is correct, the information are sent and added to several blocks, and these blocks are linked together, making the data permanent and unchangeable. Once that's done, the transaction is successful. In regular transactions like sending money to me, a bank validates and process the transactions. But in cryptocurrency, it is done by those computers that solve puzzles and equations. Now you might be wondering, who are these people solving, or who are these computers solving the equation, and why they do that? Well, people who solve puzzles and validate the transaction are called miners. Why they do that? Before I continue, if you can remember, by I think by April or May last year, many of us were tapping on our phone screen and hoping that we'll get paid for that. Like Hamster, TapSwap, and many other coins that we were tapping and hoping that we'll get paid for that. That process of tapping, it's called mining. Mining has different types, which I'll be explaining in another video. Now, back to why Bitcoin miners do that. When they solve puzzles or equations, the cryptocurrency system rewards them with a coin. This process is called mining, and from the system called proof of work. That's why you might have heard of Bitcoin miners using tons of powerful computers because they want to solve as many as possible, because the more puzzles they solve, the more coin they get. Note, not all cryptocurrency are mined this way. Some like Ethereum use a different system called proof of stake, which I will inshallah be explaining in another video. Now, cryptocurrency as an investment. Is cryptocurrency a good investment? Well, the answer depends. Many people had made a lot of money by buying crypto when the price was low and selling them when they got high. For example, if you bought Bitcoin when the price was around $500 per coin in 2016 and sold it in 2024 when the price hit $60,000, you would have made 13,000% of return. Cryptocurrency is very volatile, meaning its price can go up and go down very quickly, making it very risky. For example, if you bought Bitcoin at $45,000 in May 2022 and saw it drop to $16,000 by December 2022, if you sold it, you would have lost 65% of your money, which is $29,000. And then it rose to $70,000 in 2024. Sounds funny, right? This doesn't happen with only Bitcoin. It happens with every other cryptocurrency because their prices are so unstable. So you might ask, why are their prices so volatile? The reason is that cryptocurrency prices are being controlled by several factors such as supply and demand, market sentiment, regulation changes, technology development, market manipulation, and even more. Now, let's move to terms in cryptocurrencies. We've talked about blockchain and mining. Now, let's move to other terms in cryptocurrency. First is Bitcoin, also known as digital gold, which we have talked a lot about. If you didn't watch the first video, go and watch it. You won't understand this one if you didn't watch the first one. The second one is altcoin, short for alternative coin. These are coins other than Bitcoin. For example, Ethereum or Solana. There are also some other alternative coin called meme coin, like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. The third term in cryptocurrency is a wallet. A crypto wallet is different from the regular wallet that holds your cash. A crypto wallet doesn't actually store your currencies. Why? Because currencies are always on the blockchain. What a crypto wallet does is to keep your public and your private keys. And there are two types of wallets called hot wallet as the first one and cold wallet as the second one. The hot wallet store keys online, making them easily accessible, but they are also more vulnerable to hackers. On the other hand, cold wallet stores keys offline, making them more convenient, like on a hard drive. This type is safer and less convenient, and also if you lose your hard drive, you could lose your currency or lose your crypto too. For example, a guy named James Howell had his ex accidentally throw his hard drive that contained 8,000 Bitcoin, and because the private keys were on the hard drive, it's not possible for him to get the Bitcoin. And all this happened in 2013. Until today, he didn't find the hard drive. I heard that recently he gave up on looking for the hard drive. Now, the fourth term in cryptocurrency is keys. Like I said earlier, a crypto wallet contains two types of keys, which are private keys and public keys. The public key is like your wallet address or your bank account in bank. People can use it to send you crypto. It works like a bank account. While the private key is like your password or 4-digit PIN and is meant to be secret. It proves that you own the cryptocurrency in your wallet. You can share your public key to anyone, but you must keep your private key secret to yourself. I'm tired. So this is a simple explanation on how cryptocurrency actually works. Do well to support me with your like, comment and subscribe. It's a 3-step process but means a lot to me. It took me hours to create this video. This will be the end of the video. See you in the next episode.